Yo, 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 what is up, artists and art fans? Thank you guys for tuning into the spot where we talk to all your favorite Instagram artists about the trade tulips. Tulips? Did I say tulips? I think I did. The tools, and we can't forget about the tips, baby. That's how we do it here. Today, guys, we got a very awesome show for you guys. Episode number 137, and y'all know the deal. I'm your host, Zim Zimma. Hey, shout out to Blackjack Davey up in the house. In case y'all missed it, make sure y'all go back and check out Live with 7. He had a show. I think it was last week. He had Blackjack Davey on, so that was dope. Caught that a couple nights ago, and yeah, man, I can't say much more good stuff about the brother. So make sure you go check it out. Live with 7. Also, don't forget about the Draw and Con show. I know they're going to be going on later tonight at 5 p.m. Central for y'all. So stay tuned to that. Welcome everybody else who's coming in. Let's see. I see Bruce. What up, Bruce? Make sure you guys following him as well. He's part of the Mac fam. That's Monsters Art Clan. That's the crew I roll with here on the gram. Man, I think that all rhymed. Artist Migos, thank you for coming. Shout out to you guys. Maggie, if you guys need prints and stuff, well, go check them out, guys. And of course, we got the man of the hour, Memento Artistry. Yeah, very excited to talk to the brother. Hopefully you guys been keeping up, man, with some of the stories, and definitely give him a follow. Fucking fucking talented artist. Make sure y'all find him not just here at Memento Artistry at bigcartel.com. Let's go ahead and bring the brother up so we could get to know the man. Besides that, how's everybody doing? What's good with y'all? Recently I've been watching, I finished, Demon Slayer, so that's dope. Been trying to binge watch this Peacemaker, man. That shit is fucking, it's doper than I thought it was gonna be. And, right now after that, I think I got like 4 episodes. After that I gotta get back and, go check out Attack on Titans. Oh, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Let me get the guest of the hour on. Where is he? There? Inviting the brother. There we are.
What's up?
Yo. Oh,
Right.
with the Demon Slayer hat and all, man. Damn. What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate
Definitely
it,
appreciate that, dude.
man. Yeah, of course. Always a pleasure.
No, for sure, man. And welcome everybody else, man. Everybody who's tuning in case you guys missed the intro. This is the spot where we talk to your Instagram artists, right? About the trade tools and tips. And man, nonetheless, Memento Artistry, man. Chris?
Yeah, that's my real name. Yeah, Chris.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely. I know I had caught it. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be one of them 50-50 make it or break it deals on the live.
Yeah. No, you got
it. But we got it. Hell yeah, man. And you're going to be on with the Drawn Con boys later on?
The 27th. Yeah, I'll be on there.
Oh, the 27th. Oh, that's going to be next week then. Oh, shit, man. Sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So, man, dude. Everybody's waiting for you, man. Blackjack Davey says, Memento.
What's up, Davey?
Not much, man. You know how we do, man. Blackjack Davey's always, he's always out there, man. I gotta ask, bro. I gotta start the show, right? Let's start it off with a Blackjack Davey kind of vibe here, man. Would you eat a handful of spiders if it gave you powers?
I knew this question was coming. The last time.
We gotta roll with that, baby. We gotta roll with it. What up, Thalo?
If I had got powers, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, if you ain't got powers, all right.
Yeah, if powers have to do with it, maybe.
Sweet, man. Okay, that's a maybe. What kind of powers would you, if you had them? If you could get anything?
Anything?
Blackjack Davy got mad.
He said, baby.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I like being fast, so I feel like speed. I know that's kind of cliche, but um, either that or like a shapeshift. I think that would be kind of cool.
Oh snaps! Like a morph maybe.
Yeah, yeah, like a beast boy type thing.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool, dude. Imagine that shit.
Yeah.
I dig that, man. Artist Migo saying right, yes or no? Yeah, dude. It
All
can't
right,
it
I'll
can't be
take I'll
lukewarm.
take the spiders. Okay, I'll take the
All
spiders.
right, fuck yeah, dude. We got the spiders, y'all.
Yeah,
Now we don't know what type of spiders they are, so we don't know if they're poisonous,
I
man.
know. Shit.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, dude. So how you doing, man? How's the week been?
Good, good. So I have a con coming up. I'll be at Anime
Yeah,
in New Mexico with I'll be there with Pez. This will be my first con. So right now these next couple weeks are grind time for me. I have a goal I've set for myself. I'm trying to get 6 new prints ready for the show. I've kind of had, kind of like a style change as far as, the way I compose my prints and kind of utilizing the whole canvas. I feel like it just makes it more interesting, just having all the colors and auras and characters and stuff. So, I kind of gone through that, little transition from the way I used to do my prints in the past. So I kind of want to have a good, I want to be prepared. I want to have, a lot to offer. These next couple weeks it's thank you for showing that. It's grind time, So yeah, that will be debuted at Anime New Mexico. My boy Tamaki.
damn.
And I'm hoping to get that signed by Aaron Desmuke. He's the English voice actor for Tamaki.
Yeah.
He will be there at the con along with a couple other heavy hitters. We got Uncle Ira. He'll be there. Christina V, the voice of Killua.
Okay.
Yeah, there's gonna be some pretty good heavy hitters. So it'd be nice to get a couple, signed prints. I'm trying to get some stuff that would be geared towards the voice actors. Hopefully that'll kind of increase my sales and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
No, not only that. Right now, I mean, I'm just showing. Hopefully, y'all catching the entirety of the art process. Right? It's definitely trying to fill that out, man. Something I'm trying to strive for as well, man. So yeah, man. But these are sick, dude.
Thank you.
These
man.
are hella sick. And for all you that don't know, not only is he an artist, he's a tattoo artist as well. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So
tattooer of 5 years.
Oh shit, man. Were you so you know what? Starting there, let's kind of start there and go back a little bit, man.
Okay.
It's what kind of like drew you into the whole scene of art, man? How did you get into it? And of course, one of the answers or questions I'm asking is did you start drawing before you started tattooing? Is this something new, or take us back?
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I've always been an artist. I've been drawing since I was 6 years old. So it started pretty early. My grandma always like kind of influenced me, kept me, like, oh, you have a talent for this, keep it up. So she'd always buy me paper and colored pencils and stuff like that, just to kind of encourage me. And, over the years, I kind of, seen I do have a, talent for this. And, everybody was always telling me, oh man, this is really nice. You really got an eye, for detail and stuff like that. So, I mean, I drew all through high school. Probably one my earlier, art ventures. I started out drawing DBZ characters. I used to make
Okay.
I used to make my own little DBZ characters, and I became obsessed with it. Like I drew. I'd have these big old ass sheets of paper, and I draw like a bunch of characters all over it. Kind of started there, and then got introduced to like anime early on animes and stuff like that when I was in high school. Got influenced by Naruto, and then kind of like spun the whole love for anime. So after that, early on, I kind of dabbled into the character creation aspect of art. I was making my own like OCs and stuff like that. But I kind of like it kind of fell off as I got older. Life happens and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I did go to art school. I went into art school for like 3 years. My study was game art and design.
Game art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what school was this, man?
I went to the Art Institute of Washington. It's on the East Coast.
Ah,
It's in
dope.
Virginia. Yeah. So, I lived on the East Coast for about 8+ years. I think it was like almost 10 years that I lived out there. Went to art school, but then kind of after that, I started noticing a lot of stuff, and this is like the struggle for artists. They're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on schooling, and they don't they don't come out with a lot of opportunities, or it's kind of hard to be in the industry as a professional artist. I had guys that killed it in the game. Like they were just fucking amazing ass artists, and they had this degree, but the most they can achieve from it is maybe doing conventions or going to doing art shows and stuff like that. There wasn't really a whole lot, and these guys were good. And so I started to realize that my dreams of working in Disney or these big studios and stuff. I realized that it's hard to get in, and you got these heavy hitter OGs that've been working in the industry for a really long time. They're gonna stay there until they die. So,
Yeah.
So the chances of a newcomer coming in is that you gotta really wow some people and know some people to really get ahead. So like after that kind of like transition, like I didn't do art for like another 6 years. I put the pencil down. Like I didn't touch anything. And
that's something that happens, man, with a lot of artists, man. I've noticed that a lot of you guys that I talk to, it's there's always that one hiatus, right?
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
What brought you back, man?
So like I dabbled in, my parents kind of like influenced it. I had a big influence. They were always supportive of me being an artist, but when it came down to like are you going to be able to support yourself, or are you going to be able to like make it, or are you just going to be like another starving artist, or are you going to be struggling? So I went into totally left field. I got into IT. I was working on computers for several years. Found out, that wasn't me. Like really wasn't me. I was too artistic, to be like, stuck on a computer all day, doing, shit like that. More power to the people that are able to do that. But it's just my dad did it for 20+ years, and he was like, "Oh, this is a good job." Like my dad works for Homeland Security, so he's in the information technology aspect of Homeland Security.
Yeah, he's in that sector, man.
Yeah, so like he does really well. So I was like, "Wow, man, shit!" Like, and that that did happen. Like I went through a 1-year training program, and I came out. With a $40,000 job, like right out the gate. I think I was like 19 years old. Like bought myself a brand new car. Like things were good, but it came down to I wasn't happy. Like I didn't want to be the guy that fucking wastes his years away and regrets not doing what he
Following
truly
through,
loves.
yeah.
Yeah. So around that time, you know, from like 17 on, I was getting tattooed, and this is kind of where it kind of like, segues into that, like how I got introduced into that. So I got introduced to the, tattoo industry like really young. I was a collector. So, I would go and get tattoos. And by the time I was in my early 20s, I had half sleeves and,
Damn.
like I had a lot of tattoos. And, I was used to an environment. And I had a good friend of mine when I was in college. We used to work at Dairy Queen together. And he got into the tattoo industry. And I was like, wow. And I always thought, man, this is like a serious thing. I was like, there's no, uh, there's no, going back. There's no racing. There's no control, alt, delete. Like you can't go back on this. This is like once you hit that skin, and you gotta be good. Like so,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
always kind of scared me. I was like, am I good enough as an artist to like be in this medium of art? So I think this is permanent. So this ain't no joke. So thank you. Yeah, so I was like, well, if he could do it, then I could do it, right? So
Yeah, word. Look at that, dude. Hell yeah.
yeah. And so that's actually my mentor. He actually let me do that with him.
Oh shit. Same guy right here?
No, this is a different guy. This is one of my good clients. He's actually dedicated his whole back to Demon Slayer. So we're gonna do a whole Demon Slayer themed back piece. So
Man,
yeah, that's a
dope.
work in progress. So yeah, like I was like, well, if he can do it, I can do it, right? So I was like, well, let's do this. Well, right now, like I'm still on the East Coast, and I used to live in Virginia, and there's tattoo shops like everywhere you turn around the corner, there's a tattoo shop. So the industry is really big, and there's like a lot of competition. And I was like, well, maybe this isn't, where I should learn this. So I moved back
Yeah.
to New Mexico. That's where I currently reside, and I was like, you know what? I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. And I'm like, let's do this. Like, so I'm coming back home, and like I'm gonna get into this. So, fast forward like 8 years go by, and then this is like the struggle, like of me actually getting into a shop. Because like I came in during a time where Ink Master and all Miami Ink and all the tattoo shows were
Oh,
popping,
okay.
and artists wouldn't take me seriously. They think that whole generation, like it was hard, for people. They just thought she was like, oh, he just wanted to become famous, like because all these guys are doing it. I was like, no, like I genuinely want to do this, like pursue this. So yeah, I got turned down a lot. Had a lot of instances where I had a guy, he wanted like $3,000 up front to teach me how to tattoo, and one of his clients told me, he's like, don't do it, man. He's like, because his last apprentice, he gypped him out of his license, didn't guarantee him anything, and now he tattoos over his house. I was like, I avoided that one.
Wow. Yeah,
And
man.
went into like a traveling artist scenario where we know this mutual, my wife's family knows this mutual guy, who's tattoos, does his little tattoo parties. And I thought, he was like, hey, maybe this is an option. And that dude just straight up ghosted me. So he was like, didn't take me seriously. Like I was ready, and I was like, oh, this is it, right? So nope. So we keep going, right? So, and during this time, I'm working just regular jobs. I worked at McDonald's, Taco Bell. My last job, was like Walmart. I worked for Walmart, and Walmart was like starting to like see me as a career option. And I started to think like, oh man, like maybe this isn't intended for me. So like
Yeah.
I was like starting to go down the career path, and I was like, let me just forget about it. But during this whole time, I'm preparing myself. I'm studying the art form, learning about different styles of tattooing, and just in case that the opportunity ever presented itself. And so it wasn't until like I was about to give up is that I finally had gotten my shot. An artist that I used to get tattooed by, he ended up moving to another shop, and so this shop in town was looking for someone else. So
Mm.
that was my gateway. So the guy's like, come in for an interview. Let me see what you got. So I left home work early, and I went home and I scrambled a bunch of art I could put together, and kind of made this like makeshift spur of the moment portfolio. Because
Okay.
like I didn't have any tattoos, so obviously what he was gonna expect from me was just art, So, but I
Yeah.
did show like a versatility. Around that time was that was when I was barely getting into digital art, so like I was just kind of playing around with it, teaching myself. So I had I had a couple little OG prints and stuff that I had done and stuff, and mostly traditional art, and so I brought that in, and he was like, hey, why don't you try it out? See how you like it, because, you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. So
No
it comes
word, man.
down, it comes down to like, you got to really want this. So I was like, in my head, I was like, let's go. Like, I'm already 100%. Like, let's go. But, he did give me that time to kind of like feel it out and see if I like it. And I ended up doing it. Like, as soon as I got
Nice.
in the shot, I was already drawing. I was like, studying, different forms of, styles of tattooing, like Japanese and traditional, and so yeah, I mean, I had gotten my shot, but what ended up happening was it became more of a job than a mentorship, because that whole period of time, like I basically had to teach myself. The only thing he was really giving me a shot, because he was a popular artist. Man was booked out 3 or 4 months in advance. Like, so he never really had a time to really teach me anything. The only
Mm.
way I could learn was I had to teach myself. And I had to go through this period of trial and error, which, I think all the people that, got me to where I am today is like, I wouldn't have, made it if I hadn't had people that, put trust in me and essentially
Yeah.
sacrifice their body, for the greater good, like for me to be where I am
The greater
today.
good.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I ended up at that shop for about 4 years, and I just like I was at a standstill. I was killing it, like I was doing good tattoos, and I had finally gotten to a point where it was like I felt comfortable, like I was okay, like these tattoos are healing, I'm good. So obviously, what I'm doing at this point is working.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like stagnant. Like I got to a point where I couldn't really grow anymore. I was the best artist in the shop of about 4 artists, and they were all apprentices as well. And there was only one licensed artist, which was the owner. And yeah, so there was no growth there. So had I not had to move, I think I probably would have still been stuck here to this day. So yeah, what happened was like I told him, I was like, I gotta move. Like, I don't have a choice. My family comes first. So, it's like, I can't, just stick around here. I gotta make some changes. And so I left. And then this is just recently. This is just the past year. COVID hit and all this, crap
Mm-hmm.
happened. And I was out of tattooing for like 8 months, almost a year. Like, I had to get another regular job. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was, at that point, I was like, we had started paperwork, but I wasn't an official licensed tattoo artist. So at this point, people are like, you want to get in, like, you got to start your apprenticeship all over. And I was like, no, 4.5 years
What?
down the drain, like, no. Like, I needed an opportunity where I could still, pick up
Yeah.
where I left off and keep moving. And so, yeah, I just got back into a shop. I've been there almost 4 months, I think. And this guy's been great. Like, he's an awesome mentor. He's been challenging me. Like, ever since I've been there, like I've like progressed like tenfold.
Level up.
Yeah, like
Nice.
huge level up.
Fuck yeah.
So, and
Yeah, dude.
that's kind of where we're at. Like, right now.
Damn. Yeah. Now that's a story right there, yo, man.
Yeah.
If man, that's crazy, man. So much to dissect, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
have a huge story.
No, man, it's cool, man. It kind of gives us a glimpse at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what it's all about, G. Um, Man, let's go back to to the Art Institute. You said you were studying game art and design, dude.
Yeah.
Is that something that you still want to kind of do, or did it s- screw that? You know?
I think it kind of died out, in a
Okay.
sense, and I mean that's not a bad thing. It just, and that's what it took, me doing that to realize, that's not the avenue for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the way I looked at it was, I couldn't be as creative as my mind is. Like, I can't sit there and draw what someone tells me to draw thousands and thousands of times, and like I get
Mm-hmm.
bored. Like, I don't think I really have it, but I always say I have ADHD because I can't sit
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
Like, I gotta be doing something different. If I spend some time, too much time on one thing, then it becomes boring. So like I always have to, like, and that's what I love about tattooing. Is like there's always something different that comes in the door that, like, change flips the script, and you get to try something new every day. So I think that's where what kind of like spurred that interest. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind being like the industry, but in a certain aspect. Like, I want to be more on the like comic book side of things, not so much
Okay.
like game design or animation. Like, I want to like possibly do some covers, or write my own manga or comic book. That's kind of like where I am,
Oh,
as far as
dope.
that side of things. So, but yeah.
Sweet. Man, I gotta ask. Usually, I love asking, artists that have gone to school. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? School for
Yeah.
any form of art.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? Do you recommend an artist going to school?
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hell no, man. Like, okay, so let me break this down. So, a degree in what I studied, game art and design. That school in particular, my program was $90,000. When I got into school, I got grants because of my situation. I kind of moved out when I was young. So in a schooling standpoint, I qualified as a like a I guess an independent person. Like, I was on my own in a
Mm-hmm.
sense. So the way the school funded me was based on what kind of income I was making, which was little to like nothing because I lived with my dad. So they gave me all this like money. So I got
Oh,
approved for
okay.
$70,000 of the $90,000 of the program. Um, it did. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not. I mean, in everybody's situation is different. Like, some it might work for you, but it might not work for the next person. I think it depends on your situation and the way you perceive things. Like, I was a lot different. The way, as an artist, way my mind is hardwired. It's
Mm-hmm.
just different. The way, I had to, do my journey was a lot different. So I won't say it didn't teach me anything, because there was some value that I did gain from going to school, and that, um, which also helps me in uh, my my career as a tattoo artist. I perceived, my eye became even more detailed than it is. Like, I see things that some average artist might not catch. Like, but I can see it. Like, it's just the way I'm hardwired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I got trained. I got trained by Marvel and DC artists. Like one of my professors, he worked on a couple of issues of Spider-Man. He worked on that movie Atlantis. It's like an old
Yeah.
like cartoon
Yeah, yeah.
from the early times. But yeah, he. I mean, as harsh as he was as a professor, like he kind of like changed the way I see things. Like, I was, like, a super critical on myself, and sometimes like some people are like, man, you're too harsh on yourself. I'm like, no, like, that's the reason I am as like detail oriented as I am, is because I was so hard on myself. Like, I would literally tell myself, and professors would tell me, like, that shit's trash. Like, there was no filter. Like, what are you doing? Like, take your ass back to your desk and start over because this is
Oh
fucking
shit.
atrocious. Like to the point where like I got, I had panic attacks like being in that class. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, I mean, there's some stuff I could pick from that creative value from going to school.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I mean, where I am now, like I've, like, the program I use is Procreate. Like I've taught myself Procreate. Like doing digital art, like I did all that stuff. All the YouTube videos I watched and stuff. I was like, there's so much information and value out there. Like you don't need to go to school. So that is an option, So
No, definitely. I just kind of wanted to, get that opinion from you. You know what I mean? It's like I said. It's I interviewed a few people who have gone to school. Yeah. You know what I mean, and taking this professionally, and half and half. That's usually what I get, man. Some people say, yeah, it's worth it. Others say, hell no. I've met people on the road, dude. I used to do Uber driving a few years back.
Okay.
And I remember I had this one lady who she came out of the country because her husband was from the U.S. And I guess he brought her in. She wanted to be an artist, and she ended up going to the Art Institute in Chicago.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she was like over 100K in, and she just totally dumped it. She's like, "Yo, it's not for me." Mm-hmm. But now she's $1,000 in debt, man. 100,000 in debt, man. That's a shit ton of money.
Yeah, 30
just waste like that, Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, man, that's crazy though. Yeah. For as far as your digital art versus traditional, man, is there a difference that you see when you bounce back from one or another, or is there one that you prefer over another?
I think where I'm at right now, especially being in the con scene now, or I'll be doing my first show. Obviously, I've started this love for digital. I mean, I'm like a 50-50. I mean, a lot of people will be like, oh no, fucking digital all the way, like, or, traditional all the way, like, fuck digital, or, all that shit. I'm like, I don't know, I have these spurts, like, and I always end up coming back to it. Like, I always have a love for traditional art, and that's why I still do it. Every so often I just itch for it, it's like, or if I can't find any motivation, traditional is what brings me back. And then I kind of like find more inspiration, and I jump back into my digital. So for me, they kind of go like hand in hand. Like, and then I just like, being able to switch it up. Like, I'm just a man of many hats. So yeah, I like, being able to say like, yeah, I can do that too. Like, so yeah, it's nice.
No.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like
and that's the reason why I brought it up also, because just talking all, and you kind of nailed it. A lot of the artists that are traditional hate digital, and vice versa, and stuff like that. And
it's like one or the other.
yeah. I just get that. I used to hate on digital artists. I ain't gonna lie, man. But it's just that at the time, it's my career in art wasn't needing digital art. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where I was going with it wasn't part of it. Mm-hmm. But now, not like you, man. I freaking Pez, man. He gave you the bug. He gave me the bug, man. And now we're gonna be doing all these cons, man. So definitely. That's dope, dude. You're gonna be doing your first con, man. Much success. Mm-hmm. When is that gonna be?
March 18th through 20th. Will be in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh man, so you still got a few more weeks to set up. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Time, man.
yeah, for sure, man. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? You know what? Before that, I was gonna get into the whole favorites thing, and I got some questions piling up as well, man.
Okay.
but I want to know Memento Artistry. How did that come about, man?
Come back. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one, so I went through like a series of brand changing and name changing. So originally, and some of the OGs will still remember this, but my artist name, which technically it still really is, but my artist name is Chris Styles. That's kind of like what that was my first name that I ever gave myself, and the reason I gave Styles is in there is because I'm a man of many styles. And that
There you
kind
go.
of stemmed from my tattooing side. Like I wanted to be the guy that like no matter what walked in the door, let's
Nice.
I
Yeah.
can do it. So that's kind of where the styles part came from. So for a while, back in the day, I wouldn't say back in the day, a couple years ago, I got into shoe designing, which actually have right here to you. I dabble in this every now and then. I got these shoes right here. So I work on shoes
Sorry
with
about that,
COVID.
yeah.
Um,
Man, that looks dope.
yeah, so this is a little side project. Whenever I have some time, I really a little bit of shoes. So then it kind of evolved and it became Chris Styles Customs because I was working on shoes. And then after that, I was like, I need something new. Like, this isn't like I'm not sold on this name yet. So like, I'm brainstorming, and so what memento means is to be remembered, and that's always been my thing as an artist, even as a tattoo artist. Like, you know, these people, they come and get in a tattoo from you. They're your walking canvas, essentially.
Mm.
It's a human canvas that walks around and they display your art on their body. And so being an artist, I've always wanted to like impact the generation. Like I want to leave something, I die tomorrow or something. How much have I impacted the industry? So that's kind of where Memento came from. I wanted to be, remembered and, God forbid, years on down the line, I live a good life. I want to leave a legacy and I want to, pass the torch possibly, to someone else, my kids, so that's kind of where it came from. And then, we just kind of threw artistry in there because it sounds good.
Because it sounds dope, huh?
Yeah, like that's what I do as artist. So, it made sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get that one. A couple. I've had it. People ask me like why I chose that name, but yeah, essentially, memento just means to be remembered. So, I did my research and I was sold on it, and so I've stuck with it. I mean, I feel like I found that name that suits me, and even from a business standpoint, like it sounds good.
Yeah. No, it definitely rolls off the tongue, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And Pat says, "Let's go, new con baby."
New con babies. Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. He's gonna have a whole fucking legion soon. Wow.
Army.
the Legion of Pez and shit, I see what he's doing. He is building an army.
Yeah.
Slowly, he's like one artist at a time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's crazy. So that's dope though, man. I definitely dig that whole name.
Thank you.
Or the origins and stuff.
Yeah.
Now more about you, man, personally, as if we haven't gotten enough and shit, right? As far as some of your favorites, favorite food, brother.
Favorite food. My go-to is always pizza. I mean, that's super simple. I always love pizza. Pizza or sushi or like ramen. Like I'm Asian by descent. I'm Filipino. So yeah, I always like Asian cuisines. I like a lot of everything. Like I'll try some weird shit. Like depends on how weird it is we're talking about. Like I'll dabble in some other cultures and shit. Like I've had Korean food and Puerto Rican food and Jamaican food. Like I like it all. So
nice.
but yeah, Pizza's probably my go-to.
Sweet, sweet. This one, favorite music. I know a lot of artists are like, oh, I have tons, or I hate or I like everything but country.
Hmm.
What's your favorite? If you don't have a favorite, what are you currently listening to?
Okay. I listen to a lot of punk rock. Actually, music's a big influence to me. Like honestly, like even as a
Mm,
tattoo artist, I always go back to that. Music changes the vibe, like
it does.
the feeling that you get, like when even when you're just drawing, like it kind of like inspires you in a way. Like I don't know, it has that feeling that like I don't know, they go hand in hand in a sense. So yeah, like I listen to a lot of punk rock, early 2000s hip hop, like I listen to a lot of Wu Tang and um, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, I got my
There you
ghetto
go.
side too.
Word, word. Yes.
But yeah, no, I love music. Yeah, essentially, yeah. Like, I'm kind of gonna say that it was like I'll listen to anything but country.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
Nah,
want to
I'm
put that out
telling you, something about country, man. Nobody digs that shit.
there.
Pet says, hey, he says, hey, I didn't do anything. Memento's on his own. He's on his own mission. I just met him along the way and gave him the wrong directions. He says, good luck to him.
Yeah.
Now, no, Pez. We are the army of Pez here.
Yeah,
We're all gonna get Pez. We're all gonna get your face branded on us.
yeah. We get like a
Yeah.
giant P on us or something.
Right. Giant P for Pez. I mean, what the fuck's that for? Uh, uh, favorite car if you have one, man.
Hmm. Well, my dream car was always I believe what year is it? I used to be more in the car scene than I am now. Now I don't really give a shit, but if it happened, it happens. Um, it's a I can't remember what year it is, but it's essentially it's a Mazda RX-7. I used to be a huge Fast and the Furious fan, so I was inspired by Japanese motors and shit like that, like tuned cars and shit. It's
Tell me you seen
couple of
Initial
my
D,
J.
bro.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Tell me.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a must. Like
I was like, man, this guy's gonna be sitting if he doesn't, man. It's we're gonna have to end this conversation
like,
short.
time to go. No, definitely,
It's
definitely.
like, what? I'm getting static.
Like, just
It's all like, hey, man, but you're fucking plugged in, man. It's like you're not on Wi-Fi. You got the Ethernet cable in there.
yeah, right.
It's like, yeah, we're losing you. Yeah. They're actually coming out with a kind of like a side uh take on Initial D.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
anything with that. Yeah.
It's not like a continuation. It's a whole different story, man. But
Okay.
it's pretty much from the same creators, and I think that Bunta is in this one.
Oh shit. Nice.
It's called F something, man. I forgot, but I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure if you could, yeah, you'll find it. But
Yeah, for sure.
I can't remember right now, and I was just seeing it the other day. It's F something. I forgot.
Yeah, for sure. But,
You mean the high speed tofu delivery anime? Vin
Vin
Diesel
Diesel.
approved.
Well said, sir.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yep. Uh, favorite comic title, man,
We're talking
or
Western
or manga title.
if we're talking manga right now, um, honestly, it's Demon Slayer is a top runner for me right now. Demon Slayer or like My Hero, those are like my go-tos as of right now. We're talking like Western comics. I'm a huge Green Arrow fan, so yeah, my Green Arrow pops up there.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm a huge Green Arrow fan, so um, yeah, those would probably be my. We're talking both realms. Yeah.
So where do you sway, Marvel or DC?
I'm more of a Marvel guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Most of the titles like that I grew up with, X-Men and Spider-Man and shit like that. I always leaned toward that side. Green Arrow's probably like the only DC character I can actually tolerate. I'm just not a fan. I don't know. Like,
No, for
I like
sure.
more of the origin stories of like the Marvel side of things. But no, Green Arrow always like caught my attention. He's just that dude with a bow, fucking shit up.
And
But yeah.
cool. Favorite artist? This could be living or past. It could be any genre. Tattoo artist. It doesn't matter. Just somebody who really kind of like, favorite artist.
Let's see. Okay, well, let's see. Talking tattoo artists, I'm a big Nico Tato fan. I always love his work. I could never do that type of shit, but the realism side of things, I'm more of like a traditional artist or a Japanese artist. So, but I always, love how he always brings something new to the table. He kind of like stirs things up and like it's like, well, what can I do as a tattoo artist to change the game and bring something new to the table? It's always like that. And then we're talking like artists. When I got into like this whole digital scene and like really taking anime seriously, Sup Birdie, he's like the Pokemon onesies drawing character. He does like these Pokemon illustrations. He's like
Hmm.
a Canadian artist. I was always inspired by his like entrepreneurship and like how he like created this empire from nothing. Like he was just this Pokemon illustration artist, and now he got into the car scene, and he owns his own really successful online store. Like he has a lot of entrepreneurial like aspects about him that I really find inspiring. And man, I mean, just hope to be one day just be as successful as he is. I mean, like he's killing it. Like, and his area of focus was Pokemon. Like that was like Pokemon's
Yeah.
always been like has a special place in my heart as a kid. Even still to this day, I collect Pokemon cards. So
Yeah.
like
You
yeah,
play
just love it. Occasionally, yeah.
occasionally? For real?
Yeah,
Nice.
I love fighting
Oh,
games. Like I still play
what
Yu-Gi-Oh
you
and shit.
running?
Huh?
What you running on Pokemon? Who you running?
I have this like psychic deck. It has Necrozma in it. That's what it's
Okay.
like. It's like a Necrozma meme. It's like psychic
Nice,
deck.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I right now currently the deck I'm running is the Jolteon deck.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, I don't want to fuck with me.
It's like, y'all want to see? No, it's good.
And Jojo, Black Anime Art, he says he's your favorite artist. And yeah, definitely. Everybody in here, JoJo's our favorite artist. So
Yeah.
got a lot of fans besides a couple of them. Um,
Yeah.
so we got a few questions, man. We got some from the homie Seven from Live with Seven.
Mhm.
Um,
Definitely.
this one is as a tattoo artist, what is one of your pet peeves? Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, damn! I got a lot of pet peeves. To say the least.
What's the biggest one?
Fucking egotistical muscle heads. I fucking hate that shit. I don't like you coming into the shop telling me you want to get a whole sleeve. You have no fucking tattoos on your body, but you seem to think that you have what it
Wow.
takes to have this entire fucking sleeve, but you don't even know what it feels like yet. That's like huge like thing to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like, what if you don't like it? Like, you get one
Yeah,
tattoo
yeah.
and you're like, this isn't for me. Like, I think they people come into a shop and they talk to a tattoo artist, like they gotta seem macho in a sense, or they like yeah, I gotta impress this guy. I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just want you
Just
to
pay
sit
me.
there and take it like a man, and
Right, right.
let's move on.
And fucking pay me, man. Make sure you get that in there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's
Yeah.
that's
That's
funny.
probably that's on the top of the list for me.
Um, just a few. No, that's a great question, though, man. We got a few more, but let me finish up these favorites.
Okay.
Favorite color, man.
Green. Always
Green.
been a green guy. Yeah.
Favorite part of the whole art process. Your
Um.
art process.
Okay. Um. Coloring.
Coloring.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like and that's always been my weakness, honestly. Coloring is when I first got into art, I was always like a pen and ink illustrator. So I never really had too much, experience with color. So when I got into, the whole digital thing or even working with Copics, well, I always say this, like, kind of go hand in hand, is that they're transferable, I guess, in a sense, to where, the process is the same. You're just
Hmm.
switching up the medium. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Like, color has been a huge. I always look forward to that. Like, I know, like, not to toot my own horns, like, but I'm good at line work. I'm actually in the tattoo industry. Like, in my town, like, I'm known as like one of the top guys that has the cleanest line in the town. So and I pride myself on that.
Nice.
That comes from like years of me just striving to be the best. But yeah, the color aspect, there's so much ways you can twist and turn it and make it unique. Like, you don't have to go the expected route. Like, I don't know, there's so many avenues you can take with color. And I just, once it's all put together, it's fucking amazing.
A word. Um, and let's see. What about an element? Earth, wind, water, fire. Which one would you be?
Earth, wind, water, or fire? I'm always a fire guy, man.
Fire. Nice.
Fire, playing with fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
Oh man,
have
just
fire all over my house, so
oh
that
shit.
tells you something.
Oh shit. No, it's a sign, dude. It's a
Yeah.
sign. Um, what about a fear as an artist? What's your greatest fear?
Hmm. I always bring this back to tattooing. My greatest fear is to do something that someone's not happy with. That's probably the most heart wrenching thing that can possibly happen to you as a tattoo artist. Is obviously, yeah, you're putting this on them forever, and the
Hmm.
biggest thing to have someone tell you is like, I hate it, or they're like, I'm going to get this covered up because I don't like it. That's huge. Like,
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
a
I
punch
would
to
bet.
your gut. Like, it hurts like
More
bad.
like punch to the nuts, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this no more. Yeah, no, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
that shit sucks.
Um, any horror stories, dude? Any one of the craziest horror stories while you were tattooing, or maybe while you were doing art for somebody, like a commission or something?
Mm. Um, yeah, we'll talk tattooing. Probably the biggest one is so this is like kind of early on, and this is where it goes back to what I was saying about being self-taught because no one was around to teach me. So I had, there's a lot of nights where, I was by myself in the shop and, I'd work on my people. And yeah, this one in particular time, it was the first time I'd ever done a completely color tattoo. There was no black. I was completely red. Um, and I was terrified. Like, it was actually the homunculus symbol from my what was it? Full Metal Alchemist. Sorry, almost said
Yeah.
Mario. Yeah, so I had to do that, and it was like almost like a blood red that we were doing. I was fucking tattooing it, right? And something happened where I was like, the machines were like just running funny, and I was kind of like freaking out. And I had several machines, and so I was like, okay, let me switch to this other one, see if that does a trick. And then so I switched to another one. I was pulling out fresh needles. But I was like, maybe I got a bad needle in a bunch, and it happens. I mean, some
Yeah.
manufacturers like they're manufacturing in such a high volume. It's like the odds of having a dud is pretty common. So I was switching out needles, and I remember I put this one in, and the needle shot out of the cartridge, like completely. The
What?
needle was like completely out. It was like, it just kept shooting out like this, and I didn't notice it until I started using it. And then when I had lifted the gun up, like the needle was jumping out of the fucking cartridge. And what that had done is I pretty much chunked this dude like in the back of his leg, and it was pretty damn noticeable. His skin had turned into like him. When you're spending too much time in one area, essentially your skin can only take so much damage. So I ended up having to be real with him, and I think he appreciated that. The honesty behind it. I could have been simply like sent him on his way and said that, hey, I don't know what you did after you left, but that wasn't me. I could have easily. A ton of artists will do that.
Yeah.
They don't want put their big boy pants on and accept the fact that they could have possibly fucked up. So
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was honest with him, and he ended up being a pretty good client after that. He was like, he was just honest. He was like, shit happens. It was like, you had an off day, and that's okay. And I was like, whoa, fuck, man. Like,
damn.
like my heart was wrenching, but at the same time, I was like relieved that because he could have easily been like, hey, man, fuck you, dude. Like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. It was like, give me my money back, and like, went on with his day. But no, he, trusted the fact that, and I made it right. We waited about a couple months till it was like fully healed. I went back in, clean his day now. So he ended up becoming a good client of mine in the future, and let me do some like really big projects on him. So, but it was scary. All the
that's a hard. Now that's a horror story. Yeah, especially on the skin for somebody else.
Most definitely.
Here's another one from the homie Seven, and then we'll go to one from Pez. Seven says, favorite movie that impacted your art?
Yeah.
If any.
I mean, I watched a lot of movies, honestly. I don't know if I have one that particularly impacted me. It's a hard one. Yeah, I mean, at this moment, I can't honestly be real.
Pass.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
No word. It's all good. It's all good. The homie's Pez. He says, how often do you update your artist hero boards? Have you surpassed anyone you used to look up to, and how does that make change the way you view art?
This boy Pez with these loaded questions, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wouldn't say I have an artist hero, but I don't know if I'm supposed to. But I mean, I do have guys I looked up to, or I still do, Would I say I've surpassed people? I don't know. I don't know if I can actually say that consciously, because I'm still learning. There's a lot to learn. I'm not typically one to be like, yeah, I fucked and shitted on this dude. Like, he's trash. Like, this is not me.
I mean, there's a difference between trash talking somebody and kind of like, surpassing an idol or, something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's still some, heavy hitters that are in the game that, like, I look up to, and, people like Dominic Glover and stuff like that, like, he's killing the game. So like, you know, obviously he's right, you know, one of the big inspirations to me, and um, just people are doing it. Honestly, I'm not here to say I'm the best because I think as an artist we're never there. Like if you
Hmm.
honestly can say that you know this is the it, then you become stagnant and there's no room for growth. I feel like art is just one of those things where you're never gonna be, you know, you can say you're the best, but I mean, realistically, someone's always coming out with some new trick, or they're bringing something new
Right.
that really changes the
Right.
game.
Right.
So, um, yeah, like I don't think I'm at a point to be constantly saying I've surpassed anybody. 'Cause I still have a shit
Mm,
ton to learn, you know, and that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm
word.
okay with that.
Word. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
Paz, thank you so much for that
yeah.
question, brother.
Thanks, man.
Um, we got Weapon X Comics, the homie Joseph, man. He's asking, what is your favorite style of tattoo art?
Okay. So as a tattoo artist, my specialty is going to be anime. I'm going full on anime here when the time is right. But I'm known for my black and gray. I do a lot of black and gray lettering, but I recently found a love for Japanese. Japanese art is so interesting, like the style and it's different. I don't know. I love it. It's probably the closest thing to my style as that I could compare it to. I just enjoy doing those styles of tattoos. So I'd say
Nice.
Japanese.
Japanese it is.
Mhm.
You read what Paz says. It's like sounds like a lot of sounds like politicians' answers. Lots of fancy words, no real answer.
To answer your question, no, I don't have no art heroes on my art board. That's what you want. Oh, shit.
Hell
Should
nah.
I? I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there, brother. Shit.
Right,
What's up,
right, right.
Tony?
Uh, let's see. That's what's up. Yeah, guys, what's up? What's up, Tony? How you doing, brother? Um, I don't think I've asked the question, man. Just really quick. Besides here on Instagram, can we find you anywhere else?
I mean, if you want to be friends with me on Facebook, that's cool.
Okay, there you go on Facebook.
But you know, yeah, that's like Instagram is like my main platform. I am
Word.
on TikTok as well, but I mean, TikTok's the hard one. But yeah, I mean, if
Yeah, it
you're
is.
looking for most of the updates, it's usually I'm on this platform more than anything. So
And everywhere else, same handle.
yeah, mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
know, man. Just so when I promote and do all these notes and stuff, this is
Mhm.
why I ask this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're good. Yeah.
Let's see. You got any other talents that we don't know about, man?
Mm. Other than making shoes, like that, art is all I
I
do.
can't.
Yeah,
Oh, word.
yeah,
You play
that's it.
guitar? Do you sing?
I mean, I play video games if that counts. PC gamer. But that's about it. Like most of the time I have goes to my craft, so
Cool.
I go all in. If
Bad,
you will.
bad. Another question from the homie Seven. He says, if it's one thing you could tell a young artist coming up,
Um, don't be afraid of failure, because failure comes. It's inevitable. I mean, not saying that everybody's gonna fail, but you know, if you feel unmotivated or you feel like oh you're not making an impact, you know, or you're progressing, like just keep going. Like enjoy the ride. Uh, art is not something that happens overnight, so have patience and just push forward, man. Like don't give up. That's probably the best advice I can give.
Yeah, don't be afraid to fail and don't give up.
Yeah, exactly.
Good shit. Let's see what else. Man, we got questions just coming in.
That's what's up.
Weapon X once again is he's asking, do you freehand?
Sometimes, I and it has to be something like I'm like 100% confident that I know what the fuck I'm doing. But most of the time, I do like to make sure it's anatomically correct, and this could be on anything. Like I want my shit to be spot on. People don't pay you to
Yeah.
to just have fun with it. They want the most accurate portrayal of whatever they're getting. So I
Yeah, yeah.
rely on stencils. Um, one day, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to learning how to be a badass freehand artist, but yeah, no, I definitely prefer the stencils just to make sure everything's 100%.
Oh man, Jojo, this is a great question.
Okay.
Jojo's asking, what's your most valuable possession?
Valuable possession. Hmm. Let me think. Hmm. Actually, yeah, I do have something. Hold on, let me grab it. It's actually
Ooh,
it's a piece of art. Actually, let me grab it real quick.
nice. And what is some of y'all guys' most valuable possessions, man? For me, I have no fucking clue. If my house was burning and I had to go back and just grab one thing, shit, I wouldn't even know.
All right, so those that have streamed with me know he pops in every now and then. His name is Spooky King Art. He's a huge inspiration to me as a digital artist. He's a
Mis
good friend.
calzones. Mis calzones. His underwear.
He's a fellow digital artist. He's eventually going to pursue tattooing. I have this limited edition print that he only gives out to really close friends. It's this one. It's a Dracula piece. Um, uh, Spooky is a really good friend of mine. He's the reason I do what I do now. Honestly,
Mm.
he's been a big inspiration to me as an artist, and I have a couple pieces in my booth of his at the shop I work at. So yeah, it's always it's a reminder to me that he's a good friend, and he sees it in me as well. And we just have this mutual respect for each other. And as far as artists go, yeah, he's probably an impactful person that kept me going even through all the bullshit that I dealt with. So
Nice.
yeah,
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for sharing that one.
of course,
Saw you vaping, dude.
yeah.
What you vaping there?
It's called breakfast at grandma's. It's like a French toast. I
Oh
smoke, so
shit.
yeah, it's like a vape. Yeah.
What what level? Nicotine.
Do you want to know? No, I'm just kidding.
I do want to know. I'd
No, I'm
say
at like a
16.
28,
Oh shit. Damn, that's crazy.
and it's salt nicotine, so it's like the more
Yeah.
um concentrated, I guess. Yeah, but, yeah,
Nice.
bad habit, but it is what
No,
it is.
I mean I used to vape a ton, man, but I
Yeah,
think I always kept it at 3 and shit.
that's
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um Notorious Pets once again, he's asking what's your favorite color palette and why? Both in tattoo and digital. And what's your favorite combination of colors you can always hit right?
mm. I'm still building a palette. If that makes any sense. I haven't found because I try a lot of different colors. Some I've tested that don't work fucking well with skin, or they're hard to work with, to say the least. Uh, right now, I'd say my palette's pretty black and gray. But if you're
Or
talking like color, yeah, I don't know. Black and gray just makes more sense to me, I think, in a tattooer's perspective. But I can always count on reds. Reds work. I work really well with reds. Any reds, blues, greens work pretty well. I'm still learning like yellows and like purples and shit. And some of those can be kind of hard to work with. But yeah, I mean, right now my work is real on the black and gray side, mainly because I'm still learning color. In a sense,
yeah,
there's a lot that goes into color tattooing. So, but if you're talking like just standard, pack and fill colors, yeah, I can do that. But yeah, I'm still building my like ultimate color palette that's gonna that I'll use over the years. But yeah, I definitely have my go to colors. But reds just work really well for me. I'm never disappointed with the result.
cool, sweet, sweet. Let's see, the homie, What's Art Studios? Make sure you guys go give him a follow. Tony's asking, did you ever get anxiety when tattooing?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was more so when I first started. I would get what tattooers call the pre-tattoo jitters or whatever. I'd be just nervous as fuck and scared of fucking up. And then now it's more so I kind of just adapt to it. Honestly, like it's like second nature. Even from not tattooing for 8 months, I was surprised. I knew I'd be a little rusty. But it's just one of those things, like, tattooing is like riding a bike. You just never forget it. Once you learn it, it's just one of those things that just is instilled in you forever. So, but yeah, depending on location, sometimes I get anxiety. If it's an area that I don't normally tattoo a whole lot, then yeah, I think everybody can say that. But yeah, I do. I still get it.
Cool. Once again, Omar, homie, he's on fire with these questions. He says, most underrated advice that most artists overlook that has had the most impact in your art career.
Most underrated advice that most overlooked. Damn. I know he was gonna stump me with one of these fuckers.
Always these fucking mind-bending questions, bro.
Yeah.
Why you gotta make our guests think, man?
Yeah,
Come
they're
on.
good. They're good questions, man. I'm not gonna say that. Underrated advice.
We were doing so fucking good until Pez.
I just on fire, just rolling them out now.
I'm just joking, man. We gotta shout out to Notorious _ Pez, man. Love that dude.
Shit, man. Underrated. Shame on you, Pez. Damn, man.
We could definitely pass on this one.
Let's come back to it. Let me think on that
Cool.
one a little bit. I'll answer it. Don't worry.
And the most, yeah. I mean, you could answer half of it, man. But underrated advice that most artists overlook. Next question. I don't take advice, pass.
Yeah, David. I think David kind of hit it on that one. Yeah, now that you've said that, we were talking in practice. I think a lot of newer artists, they forget, especially if you're one to tell them like, "Yo, like this doesn't come overnight," and they want to fast track, to whoever they're like, say you're streaming with somebody like, "Oh, I want to be like this person," but they want to fast track and skip the practice aspect. So I think yeah, that's probably some underrated advice. Make sure you practice. Like definitely put in the time and the hours. Don't skip
There you go.
steps.
So yeah, don't skip anything.
Yeah.
It's quality over quantity.
I'm gonna have to go with quality. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Um, let's see. Oh, Con Artist has most underrated. Your bikes you can get is to take criticism and advice. Most underrated.
He's probably just meant advice. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
You
yeah,
get
advice,
take
not bikes.
criticism. Yeah, yeah. Advice, not bias. Damn it. I heard it in his voice. I don't know why.
Yeah, take criticism and advice. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's definitely one of the I would say top three there is being able to take that shit because not everybody can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And dude, we're at about a 115 mark, man. Let's close up the show with just a little bit more about the tools really quick. Right before you uh leave us, you know what I mean? If you as far as traditional, is there any sort of paints or brushes or pen, whatever materials that you might recommend? Same thing goes for like your tattoo machines. What type of machines are you using, and what type of digital device? I know you
Okay.
mentioned you were using Procreate, so I'm assuming it's an iPad.
Yeah, I
Um,
use not the fanciest iPad, but it works. I have an 8th gen iPad. It's like a 9.5 screen. That's with paired with an Apple Pencil. That's what I use for digital, and then of course Procreate. As far as traditional, my go-tos are Copics. I work a lot with alcohol-based markers. If you guys aren't familiar with these, this is what they look like. I use the Copic sketch markers. I have about 180 different colors.
oh shit!
Yeah, I have a lot to choose from. Copics is my when we're talking traditional. Yeah, I pair those with watercolor pencils. Let me show you these. I use the Faber Castells. These are the Gold Faber Aquas. These pair really well with Copics. So if you're ever looking to spruce
Good
up
to
your
know.
Copics game, they blend really well with Copics. So definitely good pairs or Prismacolor. Those work really well.
What type of
Copics.
brush tips for your Copics?
I use a brush.
The brush tip, okay.
I don't mess with the chisel. Just mainly because I've never experimented with chisel tips. I'm more of a brush tip guy or like a fine tip, something with really small nib, but packed the color with. But yeah,
Yeah.
as far as Copics, yeah, it's always the brush tips. And now, if we're talking machines, believe it or not, I use Amazon machines. I have found a brand that works really well, never disappoints. This is the Mast Archer. It's a wireless machine. I use this one. It goes up to like 12 volts and power. Completely wireless, no cords, no nothing, no power supplies, just straight out power. And then I have another one. Also, you can find it on Amazon. This is the Ambition Ninja. This machine is also wireless as well. I'm in the wireless game, so it's so much easier. It's got like a little display. Fire this up. It has a little display. Tells you your battery life, voltage you're on. Works really well. Has two options. You can use a short battery that lasts about 4 to 5 hours, or the long battery can get you up to 7 to 8 hours of tattoo. But yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at. I do have some other, top-notch machines, but I don't really use them anymore.
Sweet.
These work just as well. Produces really good quality. People undermine the Amazon machines, but some of them were good. There's some trash ones, but yeah, definitely Mast is a good company to go by if you're looking to mess around with tattooing.
Nice. And we can't forget about your last device, man. Your vape device there. What you using there, man?
This is a Whoopoo. I don't even know what the model is on this thing.
Yeah.
It's like a Whoopoo. It's a tank thing. It has a display. It goes up to 40 watts.
Nice.
I gotta shout outs to Imperial. I always go to these guys. They're a local food shop. Got that good flavor.
There you guys go. Go to Imperials right there in the whole New Mexico area.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's been great. Khan says he says fantastic show, guys. He says he can't wait till next week to elaborate on some of your answers. So get ready, man, because my homie there is he's a wild one.
Yeah.
Says the vape is bigger than the tattoo machines.
Yeah, lies.
Dude, I don't know shit about tattoo machines. When you busted them out, I'm like, is this guy showing me vape devices? I was like, oh shit. I'm looking for the threads in there and shit. I'm like, where are they? Like, wireless? So what the hell? Dope.
Mm-hmm.
And Weapon X is asking where you're from.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yep. So that's it. But which gets bigger, 5G, the tattoo machine, or the vapes? Which gets better, 5G?
We haven't got to that technology yet, but one day, cellular
And
wireless.
and the last question in regards to your materials that you use, what about your inks for your tattoo machine? Is a question from Weapon X.
Oh, what tattoo ink do you use? I use Eternal inks, solid, and if we're talking about just lining, I use Dynamic Black. All
There
those
you
you
go.
can find on Amazon or your local tattoo spots, supply shops. But yeah, Eternal's definitely always been my go-to. It's probably one of the leading ink companies that provide inks to tattooers. Eternal ink and solid ink.
Word. Hell yeah. There it is. And that kind of like brings us into a close here, Chris. Man, thank you so much once again, brother, for being on here, man.
It's fun.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Definitely got to give you that invite back again, dude. I usually try to give like 30 days before I have them on, but if you ever want to come in like right after your con, man, it would be nice to see get your experience on your first con, dude.
Okay. Most definitely.
I'm no notorious Pez. I think I got like a few cons under my belt, man. But if there's any questions that I can help you with, or maybe if you want other opinions, or you just kind of want to cross, what's that called when you cross research and stuff? I forget that word right now. I'm going blank.
Yeah.
But if you want to just get more info on stuff like that, man, feel free to ask. I know Pez is the go-to guy for anybody here listening, so make sure you guys hit him up for any questions regarding that sort of stuff. Weapon X, how old are you?
I am 32.
32. Nice, young buck. And that's it, man. I don't know if you want any shout outs, anything else you want to add on before I do this close out here.
Yeah, just again, I have a website link in my bio. I have new prints that are up on the website. I also have stickers and pins and stuff like that. Memento Artistry.bigcartel.com. It's in my bio. Go check out some of my stuff. If you want to purchase some cool art, it'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, always a plug. I'm finishing up a Demon Slayer set, so those will be available on the site. A couple of them already are, but yeah, definitely come check it out if you guys are interested.
Sweet, man. And once again, bro, thanks, man. And
Hmm.
always, doors always open, brother. Thanks for being on.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Awesome. Later.
Sweet guys, and that brings us to a close in episode 137, y'all. Chris, thank you once again. Make sure you
So,
guys get them at follow at Memento Artistry. That's MEMENTO Artistry, one word. Not just here, but follow him on Facebook. Give him a little follow on TikTok as well, y'all. And
yeah.
of course, Memento Artistry at BigCartel.com. You heard it from him. Also, guys, make sure you guys are checking out Anime New Mexico, March 18th through the 20th.
Hmm.
He'll be there, and of course, your friendly neighborhood non-Spider-Man and Notorious Pez will be there. As far as me, next week, we have Jerry from E4 Comics joining
Oh,
us.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be talking about his Elementals, the comic series that just launched for Kickstarter.
Hmm.
So if you guys want to go out there and definitely what is that? Back them up a little bit. Then definitely check that out. That's E4 Comics here on Instagram, y'all. Make sure you guys are following the are the brothers live with Seven, Con Artist Graphic Design. We got Rip Psycho, and of course the guys over at Dead Laughing. They do stuff similar to what I do here. So if you ever want to
Yep.
be on some of them shows, man, I got you, bro. Just say the word, and we can make that happen for you. And that's it. Thank you guys for joining.
Yep.
This show couldn't be a show without y'all. Much love, and
Thank you
take us
guys.
out, man. Last words, brother.
Thank you guys for hanging out, and yeah, stay tuned. I got some cool shit coming your guys' way. So keep an eye out for some dope prints that are coming your way.
That's right. We out. Peace.
Later.